Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I've got some Graphic 45 to share with you guys, but first, I had it. I just got a comment on this. Um, I was looking at some YouTube videos and I saw these interesting brads. Now, what makes these brads so interesting? um, is the top of them. I mean, I know I've seen hearts and flowers and stars and, all that other stuff. But these brads, oops, no, I'm almost losing them. The top of them look like a Phillips screw. Make them look like a Phillips screw. Isn't that neat? I had to order them for to make a couple of male themed things, and I just had to order them because I thought they were neat. So I ordered some, and where did I get them from? Can't even read this. Coastal and Pressy. Is that it? I found them on Amazon, so maybe I can read the back. Well, if I remember, I'll put the link on the bottom of this video. Okay. The other thing is I make recipe albums and I use the ring binders. I usually use the largest I can find, which I think is 2.5. And I've been wanting to make, someone once suggested I make luggage tags. Well, that's okay. I can figure that out. But I wanted something strong because I was going to put the luggage tags themselves was going to be in these plastic casings and that, so they would be protected, but I wanted something strong to hold it to, key ring, because I was also going to use these for key rings. And I've always wanted these type. They're cable wire keychains, but you can use them for luggage tags. And I've had some of these on different luggage tags, and I kept looking, and I could only find the ones that were really expensive and that. But I found these, and they weren't that bad. I bought 100 of them. I told my husband, he goes, "Why'd you order 100?" I said, "Because I never know when I'm going to need them. I don't know if I'll be able to find them again." He just shook his head. So that's what they do. Camera seems off. There we go. So yeah, I found these. Sometimes I look for some of the weirdest stuff. But that's being a crafter. You find things and you make use of them, even though they're not necessarily crafting items. Think about some of the things we use to do our crafting with. We use clamps that woodworkers use and things like that. So I found those, and if I remember, I'll post the link to those. But I'm not losing those. Okay, on to the good stuff. I pre-ordered 3 different kits, or 3 different sets from Country Craft Creations, and these are Graphic 45s. All 3 of them were pre-orders. So it comes with a 12 by 12 paper pad, a sticker sheet, solids paper pad, chipboard ephemera, tags and pockets, and the 8 by. I added the 8 by 8 to them. I have a nice collection of Graphic 45. I need to use it. Sorry. Let's start with the smaller stuff first. So this is the ephemera. Okay, where's the one? There it is. This is journaling and ephemera cards. And I just love the colors in these ones that they came out with. But I mean, you got bugs. If you don't like bugs, look away during this one. And you got 2 of each. And the nice thing is they're double-sided. So you can use them both ways. And this is for the flutter. It's not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? Thoreau. Oh, that's a great saying. I like that one. Bravely she flies. I'm in a southern mood today. In case you don't know, I was born in Texas, but I lived all over until about 3rd grade, and then we lived in Minnesota, and we lived there until I was in 12th grade, and then we moved to Wisconsin. So, Ladybug, Fly Away Home. Reminds me of that poem. What is it? Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are alone. Bloom and grow. And these are almost like postcards, these larger ones. Both sides are almost too pretty to cover up. Oh, happy day. But if you want to make tags, you would almost have to use both sides, because if you make the tag piece, an inner piece, slightly bigger than the cards, you can put one on one side and one on the other. But these are great journaling cards. Lots of butterflies. Let's see. Be happy for the moment. This moment is your life. Be happy for this moment. And that's another nice thing. So that is in the ephemera and journaling package. In case you want, I had a skin pull here, and then I stabbed myself with a pen. So I was doing fine until I stabbed myself with a pen. So I had to cover it up. Fortunately, it's on my left hand. And as usual, let's put everything back. This is the chipboard elements. Trying to watch the glare. There you go. Let me move this out because this is a big piece. There we go. All right. Bloom and glow. Bloom and glow. You should bloom and glow. Bloom and grow. Full bloom. This is a tag that says live life in full bloom. Got butterflies, bravely she flies, flutter, busy as a bee. So these are really pretty. Sorry for the glare. My light's like almost overhead. So these are pockets. Cardstock die cuts and pockets. So there's there's plenty of them. They're really cute. I like them. What's this one? Ooh, this one you could kind of run a seam binding or ribbon through. Okay, now non-glary stuff. Get my okay. Normally I would pick at it, but some days it seems like I pick at so many. Okay, so this is the 8x8. And of course you get patterns for tags and such on the front and the back. Here's a pocket, a pillow box pocket, some gift tag templates. So, and I'm thinking there's 2 sheets of each one. Here it is. 3 sheets of all 8x8s. I love the blue. Isn't that pretty? And of course you got bees. Bugs, look away. More bugs. And to think, I think I can name a couple of these. This is like a staghorn beetle, I believe is the name of it. Of course, you got ladybug. You got other ones in here. Okay, we're past the bugs. Flowers, there's dragonflies and butterflies with the flowers. And then a blue. Yeah, it's more like a layered stripe, because when you look at this blue stripe, I don't know if you can see that or not. You have the stripe, but like every other one, it looks almost like a row of dots laid down. Okay, then we have more butterflies, curly cute back. Then we have cut aparts with a green ant trail. More flowers. So Flutter is really a flowery paper. I would think it'd be good for shabby chic, maybe. More butterflies on the black with the yellow. And that's it. So in the large collection, looks like it's all the same. It's 2 each of 8 designs, each 8 double-sided. Now this is, okay, so yes, you get 3 in the 8x8 of each. In the 12x12, you get 2, which kind of makes sense. Because when you think about it, 3 8x8s equals 2 12x12s. I think, if I have my math figured out right, or at least 1 3/4. I'm going to take out the sticker sheet because I think it's so pretty. There we go. Now that's the sticker sheet. You still have glare, but these are so pretty. Look at this. These borders you have here. Then you got tickets. You got a really large ticket right here. Then all these little stamps and that. So I mean, they did a great job on this one, I think. Of course, I like Graphic 45. I have quite a collection of Graphic 45. I even have extras of some, which I'm planning on, once I get things situated, finally. And what I need to do first off is clean out my storeroom, which is our 3rd bedroom, and get that organized, because then I can really get in my craft room organized. Then of course they include the stripes and solids, which is always nice, because then when you make a huge album, it's nice to have this to supplement, and also you can use your pattern paper on your main pages or places where there's not going to be any pockets or anything, and use this on places where there are going to be pockets and things like that. And it's just a good supplement. So you got rich pink. Here's another one. This is kind of like a beehive design. Then you got this in blue. And on the back it's just a solid color. You got more ant trails. Ants are interesting creatures. They can lift, I don't remember what it is, either 10 or 100 times their weight. That's why when you see a little tiny ant marching along with the big leaf, that's how they're able to carry it. Then you got it in the green tones. Then you got the honeycomb in the green. Then you got the black and ant trails in the black. And there's a word sheet. And then you got more templates here for a couple pockets, a file folder, some ATC cards, a gift tag. And you got more on the inside. You got 4x6 card tags. So I mean, they're giving you quite a bit extra nowadays, I think. Another thing I noticed about Graphic 45 is they put this here on the tops so that you can see what colors are predominant in that collection, like the rich pinks, the blues, the greens, and the blacks. Makes it a little easier when you're trying to match up cardstock. Oops. I left the air out. There we go. And you can go by this rather than sitting there for hours with the pattern paper, making sure you hit every color. Okay, this one is Garden Goddess. Okay, and again, we got tags and journaling cards, or ephemera and journaling cards. Again, you get 2 of each. So you've got nice little journaling spots on the back of the small ones. There's your Garden Goddess. Oh, there. Never mind. Then you got the flower doesn't dream of the bee. It blossoms and the bee comes. Here's another Garden Goddess. You know, Garden Goddesses, when you think about that, in all different countries and religions, and sometimes even within country there can be there's several different deities, I guess you could say, over the thousands of years that men have been alive, that have been attributed to gardens and planting and harvest and things like that. And a lot of times they're women, and they also deal with fertility. So, because when you think about, I mean, I live here and we talk about Mother Nature, and she's a woman. Sometimes a vengeful woman when you don't want her to be, because she rains and thunders and everything and makes it cold when you have to do an outside event. But so there's that. Let's see. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Oh, that's neat. I like that. So they did a good job on this. Shine from within. Then you got another garden goddess on the back. Okay, and those are the small ones. Now the larger ones, again, this time they have, now her dress is what they would call Empire, which is around the time of Napoleon Bonaparte, I believe, if I'm dating this right. You know, and she's in the garden, obviously picking flowers. And here you have another one, and it's my garden of flowers is also my garden of thoughts. And you got time, you know, a clock here, and so here you got a more Edwardian style, not completely Edwardian, but more Edwardian rather than the Edwardian. No, wait a minute. Empire of this one. Don't ask me all that. I read a lot of books. So, forget not the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair. Khalil Gibran. That's neat. This one is rather than just being journaling lines, it's more like an account book, account page. Here you go. This one. Again, you know, her hair and everything is more Grecian, but her dress is more Empire style. It could be Grecian too as well, except I don't think they had the gathered sleeves. Happiness blossoms where seeds of kindness have been thoughtfully planted. So, okay. Beauty blossoms from inside. That's very true. And you got sunflowers, which is nice. I live in Sunflower State. Of course, I was joking with my sister. She was up in Minnesota in one of the towns that was hit by the tornadoes. And she says, well, I didn't get blown to the land of Oz. I said, well, you come down here and live, you might. She goes, no, I'm staying up here where the mosquitoes are car size, and we only have 2 seasons, winter and road construction. Like, okay. Standard Minnesota joke. Then you have the cardstock die cuts, and of course there's pockets, and you know, just the tags in that, and more pockets on the back. And again, that ribbon thing. These are the die cuts, and they're gorgeous, especially in the colors, the pinks and the yellows and the greens and the whites. All right, so let's go into the 8x8. And again, you've got the templates on the front, inside the front cover and the back cover. So this is just like that card, only bigger. And on the back, you have little white flowers, almost daisy. Then you have this big collage, and you have different garden goddesses in this garden of flowers. And on the back is the pink. Then you got a pink background of flowers with the green, and it's green tone, green on green. It's kind of pretty though. Then you have your cut aparts with the pink background. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that yellow with the clock repeating. You got, they're not down, they're irises. You got irises and sunflowers and the little white daisy-like flowers here. And then, oh, these bush ones. I want to say they're rhododendrons, but I don't think they are. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then on the back, you've got this green background with patterns of irises. Then you got this pink. It's almost like a garden path. You know, you go along garden path maze and more pink flowers on the back. Then you have these strips, which would be great for decorating pages, because you just using these for my photo mats rather than cover the photo mat with a full piece of designer paper, especially when
your designer paper is in short supply because you went a little overboard. Using a page like this to design is great because you can put it along the middle, either horizontally or vertically, or off to one side, horizontally or vertically. Or you can use, if you have enough of one piece, you can do make it like a little corner in the, and they have a green stripe on the back. Then you have a full page of sunflowers with a bright yellow on the back. That is very pretty. My sister gardens. We used to, as children, our parents had gardens. When my grandmother lived with us, she started us out with two big ones. One in, we had a fenced off area around a shed on our farm. And we really didn't use that for anything because it was all full of stickles. And they would get, in the animals' hair and they were pained. So we really didn't use it for anything. But we had a garden on the left side of it, and we had a garden on the right side of it. On the left side, my grandma would plant lettuce and tomatoes and green beans and peas and ground cherries and all that stuff. And on the other side would be like our potatoes and corn and squashes. And she'd can them. And then, of course, my mother did the same thing. So, because she worked, she couldn't do as big of gardens as my grandma did. Grandma was home all day, watching us kids. But it was fun. I used to go out in the garden and eat peas and green beans right off the vine. Tomatoes too. We had geese that would go out there and weed it. I'm literally not kidding. They go out. They wouldn't eat the plants that were producing the food. They'd eat the weeds. So they have weed. So this is the same thing, just in the 12 by 12 as on the 8 by 8. And then of course you have your prints and solids, patterns and solids they call it. And it's going in. You can kind of tell the colorways too, because just like you can use this to help you match up cardstock, you can tell what colorways are going to be in your prints and solids. So you got in an pinkish orange color of sunflowers, and on the back is white. And you have this pink vine, and on the back is pink. I'm trying to think of what color it reminds me of, but I can't think of it. Then you have a stripe. And it's the same color tone as on the previous. Then you do the green, and I'm thinking, yep, white, and then it's going to be green on the back, and then the green vine, And basically these greens on these are the same shade. One may be a hair darker. Not much, just a hair. Then you got it in the yellow. Oh, they didn't do yellow vines. Oh well. So in the yellow you have the sunflowers and the stripes and yellow on the back. Oh, because that would have been 9. So that was Garden Goddess. Oh, I gotta tell you something my husband did. I'm so happy. His work changed hands and now they're moving to another space. So they were getting rid of file cabinets. So he bought me one home, and it'll hold 12 by 12 paper packs. So as soon as I get my storage room straightened out, it will go in there, and a lot of my excess paper will go in there too. Like my collection of Graphic 45. Alright, so this one is Christmas Magic Collection. I have last year's, and I think I have a couple of years worth of Christmas ones. I need to start using them. I know there's a thing about, oh, but you got to keep it. No. So here are the ephemera journaling cards. So you got the kids peeking out the window. Little elves helping fill Santa's sack. Or they could be peeking in Santa's sack. Okay. Got a little child bringing, excuse me, these might be mean to be elves, bringing in some holly berries. Sweet holiday dreams. Kewpie dolls, that's what they remind me of. I kept thinking, they remind me of some Kewpie dolls. If you don't know what Kewpie dolls are, they're dolls that look like this and they have a little curl. My dad actually had one tattooed on his arm that said, "Wanna fight." It was a boxer one. Merry Christmas to you. Kewpie dolls, that's what they remind me of. Ooh, I would love to do that to a couple of my sisters at one time or another. Roll them up in a big ball of snow and leave them there. I don't think my parents would approve. See? Kewpie doll. Alright. So you have the little Kewpie dolls, which are Santa's helpers. Christmas dreams and Christmas wishes, may all yours come true. And if you're happy Christmas Day, then I'll be happy too. Sounds like a song. Christmas magic, they're dancing around the Christmas tree. Have a holly jolly day. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Okay. Wish you the happiest kind of Christmas. I love the artwork on here. Wishing you all a good old-fashioned Christmas. Figgy pudding! Figgy pudding is English dessert. Me and my sisters used to line up like that for our holiday meals. Believe me. More Kewpies. Of course, the back is this card. 'Tis the season. So yes, I love the artwork on these. especially the little Kewpie Santa helpers. Okay, there's that. And then again, you have the ephemera die cuts with the cards and pockets. Your die cuts here. Got glare on there. Okay. Oh no, did you have glare on this one? A little bit. Okay. But they are cute. So you got buttons here. You got all the tags. You got little stamp pieces. You got these, which, you know, you can actually do two different things with them, because you got the frame, punch out the inside, and you can put something else in for your frame. So yeah, those are cute. I like those. All right. So this, I also got the 8x8. And again, you have, you know, your patterns on the inside and of the front and back covers, which are nice to have, because then, you know, you don't have to think, oh, how am I going to make a tag out of this? I don't. You got your patterns right here. If nothing else, take them to take and scan a copy of them, make a paper template. So you have this, and you know, you could use this as a front page. You do like an 8.5, an 8.5. This would be a great cover. Otherwise, cut out the different elements. Then you got green. It says things like ho ho ho, good cheer, 'tis the season, Christmas magic, Merry Christmas season greetings. Then you have this is holly with bows and printing. It's kind of like the holly is overlaid over the printing and the yellow bows. And then on the back of this is red. Again, jingle bells, holly jolly, magical. Then you have Kewpie Santas. Not creepy. Kewpie doll Santas. Okay. With the red stripe. Then you have more. And again, these would be great cut out and used for decorations. With the red. It's check. It's not polka dot, it's check. I had to look, because from a distance it does look polka dot, but it's actually checked, and there are little cute. Okay, then you got the little Kewpie dolls. If you're happy Christmas Day, then I'll be happy too. And on the back, you have more of the holly with the red background, overlaid over a red background. You have this one, and again, this would make great decorations for your mats, for your pictures mats. They're really simple, easy to do. You just have to decide where you want to cut. Because like this squiggle thing, I would leave the green on either side and have the holly by itself. Of course, you can always just take and cut out the holly and lay it right in the middle here, so you have kind of a layer effect. Okay, then we have this page, which is, you got the words and pictures, and then the holly overlaid over it. Really pretty. And that's on a blue star background. That is very pretty. Some more cut apart pieces so you can decorate And that has a green stripe on the back. Okay. I like to keep my stuff in the plastic until I use it, and then I recycle the plastic. I use the plastic for holding my crafts and odds and ends, you know, when I'm working on things. It's nice to have these bags to put your project in until it's done. Though I do know, let me put this stuff away because it's annoying. Because I don't want to lose it. I know some people like the iris pieces, but you know, those can be expensive. But when you get packaging done like this, you got an instant project folder. And again, you've got the different stickers, you've got sticker buttons, which would be great to be backed with some cardstock and have ribbon run through. You got tickets, you got the little stamps, you got the great borders here, the circles that you can use to decorate, you know, so there's a lot in here you can do with it. And that's where having the 12 by 12 patterns and solids come in handy, because you know, sometimes you'll find a great collection, but it has so much stuff that you don't want to hide behind photos or flips and flaps. This way you can use the patterns and solids to do all that with, and use the paper for accents, for decorating, you know, being the decorative element, you know, like on a pocket. So, and again, we have the colorways, which are green, a kind of reddish orange, a blue, and a cream. And of course, you got more of your templates on the cover. So we got the stars, and they have a cream background. Then we have this reddish orange holly print, and it has a red background. Then we have the wording with, again, with the red background. Then we go into the green, and that has the cream, and then the green holly, and the green words, and on the background, of course, it's the plain green. Actually, it's not plain. It has a little overshadowing of dots. It's hard to see here, but if you see it in person, you can see it has, it's like an overlay of just a tone of color. You know, it's just like one tone difference, darker than what the background paper is. Then we have the blue holly and the words. And I think that's it. Yep. And of course our extra sheet here. So that was Christmas Magic. I got all three of these from Country Craft Creations. Good grief. My mind's all over the place today. I'm thinking about some projects I want to do. So yeah, I got them at Country Craft Creations. You'll have to check the website to see if they have them still in stock. And if, you know, there's other Graphic 45 you want, they do pre-orders on it. You do have to pay for it, but when you pre-order, but at least, you know, you can get the
You can have it and know, okay, I got it. I don't have to worry about looking all over and paying an outrageous price on eBay. But you can find some good deals on eBay or Amazon. So that's it. I'll try and remember to put those links for those first two things. Or better yet, if you want to know where I got them from, just leave me a question and I'll answer it, okay? So again, that was my Graphic 45 reveal from Country Craft Creations. Thank you.